What's up, fam? Hey, thank y'all for tuning in again. Hey, be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, click that notification bell so every time I drop a video, you will be notified. Today I want to ask a question. I want to ask a question. Tell me, what am I missing in the Steve Harvey love story with his wife Marjorie? Now, recently Steve Harvey went on his radio show and did an interview and stated that his wife, now I saw the story on Bossip, and they like to kind of sway the viewers in certain directions with certain stories. Like I remember the Bill Cosby story, they still kind of try to skew it to, going to the quote unquote victim side and not really just going on the whole, the government screwed Dr. Cosby and shouldn't have prosecute him in the first place. But hey, it is what it is. So in this story, they seem like they tried to make this story seem like a hopeless romantic story. But like I said, the title was kind of thrown off. But anyway, the story is that Steve Harvey went on his radio show and told the host that him and Marjorie, met in '88, that he met in a club. And this is a story that I've heard many times. So he said that he met his wife at a club back in 1988. And he saw her walking down the aisle, kept staring at her, couldn't stop staring at her, and told her, he was going to marry her one day. And then years later, after, they got a divorce, after he got a divorce from his previous wife, that, they started talking, and then eventually they got married. But in this interview, he said that they actually dated for a little while. And this is the first time I've heard this part. So they actually dated for a little while, and they broke up because he became homeless. Now, if you read the title of the article, it seems like, damn, the woman done left him. He became homeless and she broke up. You know what I'm saying? Didn't believe in his goals and dreams. Now, I remember Bernie Mac's wife. I don't think Bernie Mac was homeless, but he said he was working at UPS or whatever, and he said he wanted to do comedy full time. So he used to do shows on the A train or what have you up there in Chicago. And his wife was right alongside with him while he's sitting there struggling. Everyone's telling Hudson to leave him, and and don't be with him. He ain't gonna be nothing, ain't doing nothing in his life. And then he finally blew up, and became successful. And she was there from the jump, and so he always showed loyalty to her from the jump. Because of the way she held him down. But the way this story was titled, and when you even read it, it made you think that Marjorie left Steve when he became homeless. But when you actually watch a little 2-minute clip, Steve Harvey kind of hinted that he broke up the relationship because they was homeless, and he left for Memphis, and say never came back. Then once he got it, he got his stuff straight, became famous, got married or what have you. Then he's claimed that the day after he got divorced from his second wife, his bodyguard hooked him and Marjorie back up somehow. A lot of stuff to me in this story is coincidental, kind of don't add up, kind of hoping that, Steve would kind of expand, because he didn't say that he broke it up, and he didn't say that she broke them up. He just said he was homeless. He didn't want her to know, so they broke up. He didn't say, so I left, Marjorie broke up. He just said I was homeless, didn't tell her, so we broke up. So like I say, you got some specifics, and then you got some things where you leave open to interpretation. So my question is, what am I missing? Because if I go off the way I want to think, this woman broke up with him. Well, it's possible that she the one who broke up with him because he didn't have no money. So then you go to the whole Boyce Watkins situation, and what everybody's talking about with him. It's like he pretty much talks about, Dr. Alicia, his new wife, and saying how back in the day he wanted to marry her, and he pretty much said that she wasn't trying to hear it, wasn't trying to holler at him. And she ended up getting married, had 3 kids or what have you, and now she's divorced, he's still single, and now they met again, and now they just this happy couple, which can happen. I ain't knocking the hustle. And, same thing with, like, Steve Harvey. Now, Marjorie, we all know, was in relationships, had kids, with D-boys. I think with a guy and his cousin. Once the one dude went to jail, I think she went and dated with his cousin or brother, somebody like that. I don't know. I had to look it up, Google it. But kind of to me seem like the same similar situation. The guy wants the girl doesn't want the guy. And then later on, as the guy get older, the girl is like, oh, my life is in shambles. So, oh, I said I should have stayed with you. Let's get together now. And the guy happily accepts her invitation. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? It depends on the situation. I think it depends on what she brings with her when y'all get back together, because it happens. I mean, it happens with anything. You can't just use relationships as examples. You can say, hey, I want to try this. Let me say it like this. They say, like, when I was trying to take my board exam, and it was a couple of ways that I could have, I was told to do it a certain way from the jump, but I'm like, nah, I'm gonna try it this way. In a second, you know what I'm saying? So didn't pass the first time. Then I went back second time. Said, now I'm gonna try it this way. Didn't pass the second time. So then finally on the third try, it was like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do it this way. End up doing it that way. Passed it with flying colors. So I mean, you can't just use relationships and for the example. So yeah, sometimes people, when they're younger, they have to bump their heads to get it. So then the point, like I said, the question is not necessarily if somebody bumped their head and come back to you and say, hey, this is the best route for my life, which could be the best route for both of y'all lives. But like the question is, what is that other person? It could be vice versa with the man and the woman could flip roles or what have you. The question is, what does the other person, what are they bringing with them? If they're bringing a bunch of drama. If they're bringing, are they bringing like debt? If they're bringing debt, are you willing to help supplement that debt and help pay it down? Are they bringing, kids? Or if they're bringing kids, are they bringing crazy baby daddies or not? You know what I'm saying? Are you willing to deal with that? If so, great. If not, I mean, you have the right to do what you want to do. But going back again, let me know. Tell me what you think. I mean, do you think I'm reading too much into this story? Because if I see it the way I see it, Steve Harvey pretty much, or whoever wrote this article, pretty much made Steve Harvey's wife look like, a bandwagon, gold digging, well, anyway. That she's for the bag and she's going to keep her standards up and she got a certain, she's going to live a certain lifestyle. And when that lifestyle is gone, she move on to the next dude. But then when that lifestyle is there, she going to come back. She'll come back to him. And so, like I say, if I'm reading too much in it, let me know. If I'm not, let me know. Hey, leave your comments in the comment box below. Again, if you got any suggestions, questions, comments, concerns, you hit the description box. Click on that email address. And if you're trying to start your own YouTube channel, hit that TubeBuddy link. If you want to support the channel, go ahead to the website. Click on the website, get you some merchandise. I'll be very appreciative. But until next time, fam, peace.